Okay, this is like third time we're doing an interview, which is really, really nice because we're getting to know each other, and the audience is getting to know me in different outfits. This is more of my conservative outfit, but I'd like to talk about my working backwards here for the latest movie that came out, Jebediah's Axe, and I went to Texas to film that. And the funny thing was that the bus broke down and it made me late for my own film set. But the good thing was I don't like cold. I don't like cold at all. I don't even like a breeze blowing. So I heard that's pretty normal with women and alien women as well, I guess. So we didn't have to film that scene that night prior to the scene we did do in the restaurant that was closed down so we could work in it. I was able to do my on the blanket makeout scene with my boyfriend another day, which was very warm. And since we're out there a long time filming, nothing's quick when you're filming. So it worked out for the better. I felt bad the bus had broke down, but making a long trip from the panhandle of Texas down to Dallas. That was already 10 hours, a 12-hour day. But I was reading a great book, which I love to do, read books on planes and, trips because it takes me away and it makes my creative juices flow. And I think everybody should read. Find what you're interested in and read because I plan on writing a lot of books in my later years. But getting back to Jebediah's Axe, it was premiered in October, and it will continue to premiere through Texas. And I was asked to do the lead part in that movie. And I went ahead and took the smaller part because I had another job. That's why I was up in the panhandle of Texas. And when I saw the movie, I said, darn, I should have took the lead. But I actually roomed with the girl who had the lead. She's had my same name, which is Deborah. I guess short, Debbie for short. And she was a wonderful woman, and I hope to work with her again in the future. Maybe this time she'll take the other part and I'll be in the lead, but it doesn't matter anyway. Hopefully we'll get a chance. You can go on to Facebook and see the trailer to that movie, Jebediah's Axe. And I've that was one of the latest. Now I've filmed others, but they're in pre-production still. So I'll talk about them maybe another time that we interview, and I'll be finished, and the movie will be out. The other movies that were out that I enjoyed doing was Ghosts of Angela Webb, because I got to sing in that one, and The Haunting of Danbury House I also sang in. So two different songs. I sang House of the Rising Sun, which I thought I was the only girl singing that song on Danbury House, The Haunting of Danbury House. But I wasn't. There was girls before me, and since then, of course, all the singing shows. There's been plenty of female singers singing that song, but I usually am one of the first to redo something, or the first to do it as a female, or to reach out and take that chance, which I've talked about in our last interview, maybe a little more in detail, but that's what makes you an artist. You are the one that initiates, and take a chance and do it because you want to do it, or because you can put another twist on it, or because it comes into your mind. And if it comes into your mind, by all means, do it. So that movie was fun to do as well, because I went into a studio and recorded, and I learned the lyrics real fast. And when we did the filming, it was interesting. The places that we had shot in, the old places, and it really gave it the ghost type of feel. That's The Haunting of Danbury House. You'll get to hear me sing, as well as be one of the past band members, because there was a band in the film. And the Ghost of Angela Webb, I played a ghost in that one. So I almost like a female um, ghost that takes advantage, a concubine, I guess. And that I ended up, I was, no, actually that one I was the ghost in. And it was Requiem for a Vampire that I did the singing. I had a record out in 1992, a dance record called I Want You in My Life. And it had a resurgence again about 4 years ago. And Lady Gaga had also used that. DJ was mixing my song in with her stuff, and that was really good. So it's like once you make a record in the dance world, it seems like they don't forget you. You always, underground or not, I was distributed nationwide, but it was a small label. You still, it gets heard and it gets enjoyed, and I did my little tour with it, and it's still alive and well. So we got to put it in the movie, and they recorded it at a rock version, and this time there was a band behind me where the dance, I was with a bunch of dancers, but the rock version I was on stage with, the rock band, and it gave it another feel, which can also be seen on YouTube. It's called I Want You in My Life. It was a 12-inch single back in 1992, and it has been re-recorded several times by me. I don't know if anybody else recorded, except when I originally listened to it, and there was a singer on there so that I could listen to the song to record the song in the studio. So I guess she's the first one to be on the song. There's a name for that. It's slipping me right now. The first singer, a demo singer, and but anybody's welcome to redo the song. Of course, I would love it. Keep it alive, keep it going. But as far as I know, I've done it 3 times, 3 different versions. And the movie one is the rock one, so you get to hear that. And you could buy it, the record from me, and it's still out there. It's a little harder to find now because it's been older, and it's a 12-inch. And they had cassette singles, so it's not on CD, but through me, I can get it on the CD for you if you're interested, or you just download it off of the internet, whatever version that you want, because hey, that's what they do. I can't say I do it. So I guess those 4 movies come to mind because they stand out where it's either I was chosen for a lead or I'm doing something different in it, other than a lot of my other films, which there are many, many of, that I might be just screaming and running down somewhere, or in for a minute of the film and out, and other parts that they're okay. I mean, it's all good. Hello. So I want to go back and explain some of the characters, and starting again with the latest one that was distributed and is around doing the premieres and film festivals. Sorry about that. That one, that has a few stories to it because it was spooky. Jebediah's Axe to begin with is a spooky movie, and we were filming it like way back where I wouldn't even know how to make the turns, and at night it got even worse because we were really, really far back there. And at night, when it was my kill scene, of course, because I always get killed, I was running in my little white brown panties. And Jebediah came after me with an axe, and he said, "You have to trust me." As far as not outside of the acting when we're on set practicing, he's taking the axe down near me, and I'm like, because I don't want to lose limbs doing these movies. So he basically, I trusted him, and he came real close with that axe. My goodness, right near me. And of course, when we did the cutting of the body, and they put me up on a stake, I was a half a person at that point. It wasn't real, that I wouldn't be here if it was. But when they came down, they just film it in a way where it looks like the body came away from it, and I was screaming. Well, the funny part about it was I felt because they had a screen over the camera, and when the blood came up, they had to protect it. That's why they had the screen over it. So I said, well, you might not hear my scream as well. So they allowed me to redo it, and I wanted to lay on the floor again so you can get the right sound, because being a singer, you get different sounds if you sing like this or sing like this, you know. So I laid down, and they got the screams that they wanted without the filter on for the blood splatter. And I was done. So I wiped up some blood, and it was late, and I wanted to go back to the hotel. And going through all those winding, crazy roads to get out there, there was a cop that was coming the other way. I'm like, how did he even find his way back here? And I just smiled, you know, as we're driving back. Little did I know, I'm the one the cop was coming for, because someone called the cops because they said there's a woman screaming for her life. So here we are on the highway getting back to the hotel, and there's a text coming from the director. Tell Debbie D she really is truly a scream queen. She brought the only one on the set that brought the cops. So I'm a singer. So screaming, I guess, just went along with being a singer, and I've been known for that in my acting, even though I've played so many different parts. But if that's what I'm known for, that's fine. I mean, being a queen of anything is good. After all, my name is Deborah. That stands for Queen Bee, so it was inevitable. um, so that the cops just knew what they were doing, and they had permits, they had rights to be there, thank goodness, because I can say that I've had rights to be many, many places that I filmed. But I was always like, please, just leave us alone. We just need the scene. You know, because you have to go through so much to get rights for something, and if you're not hurting anyone, you know, there's so much craziness where people are in crime and actually hurting people. And here we're just trying to get some footage. So yes, I'm guilty. And I will continue to be guilty because this is what I do and I need to get scenes. But we were clear on this set, and so I thought that was rather funny. And here, there was no ingos. I love Jebediah's acts because everyone was so down to earth, everyone was helping each other, everyone went out of their way, just a really good combination of people. And I hope that the director will have me again, and this time I will do the lead. Yes, I'll do the lead. I want to, and I'll make sure I have enough days there, and we work with some of the same people, or if you know other people that are that wonderful, it's nice to be on the set with people that really care like that, because I've traveled a lot before I became an actress with bands and band members, and not everyone's so friendly and caring. And one band I was with, they were very, very caring. And then I no sooner got in, and they ended up breaking up after they were together for 6 years. So that things happen like that. But when you get a combination that good, it's like, yes, I want to work again with you, because I think it can relax you so much because there's no egos and nobody's thinking. They're thinking the movie first. And that allows you to be more creative and be yourself and really go out of your way to get another take or another angle to really get it right. You're not just there because, oh, this is what I do and I'm paying my mortgage next month or whatever it may be on the lower budgets. But no, this is about creating. The money needs to be there, but it shouldn't be the most important thing. You should be going there because you want to make a film and you want to make it as real as you can. So that was nice. I liked working on Jebediah's acts and trying to think of anything else. So everything was good. Everything went real smoothly, except for, like I said earlier, when the bus was late because they broke down. But that actually worked in the favor because we still got to the hotel to tape. So when we got there, we were taping in the restaurant. You know, nobody knew that scenes weren't taped ahead of time. So we taped them later, and there was a little bit of padding to do the tape. I even had an extra time there if we needed to do another take of something that didn't turn out. Because it's hard to like fly all the way in for Texas if you just need one scene. And you don't want to tape it somewhere else and then send it because it looks out of balance. So it was a smooth movie. So thank you for asking about it. I couldn't make it to the premiere, but if it premieres around here, I will definitely be there.